What it do, Grizz Nation? It's your boy, Evan Hayes, the co-host of the No Loving Podcast, and I'm back with another post-game bounce as I will be reviewing last night's game. It's the Memphis Grizzlies took on the Washington Wizards. It's been a few weeks since I've done one of these, so I'm glad I'm back here talking to you guys about another Grizz win. I'll be giving my positives, my negatives, and my overall insights on the game. But first, a quick little rundown. The Grizz won last night's game 140-112. Their third straight win pushes their record to 17-8 on the season and cements them to second in the Western Conference, only behind the OKC Thunder. Great positioning for the Beale Street Bears to be in. It was an overall team effort last night, and we had 7 guys in double figures, with Jaren Jackson Jr. leading all scorers with 21 points, with 8 for 15 shooting from the field and 4 blocks, back on his DPOY-type timing. Santi Aldama had 19 points off the bench in only 20 minutes. Brandon Clark has been continuing his consistent brand of play with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Scottie Pippen Jr., who got the start in place of Ja Morant, who had some toe soreness, had 14 points and 12 assists. Great to see Scottie being productive on the floor. Marcus Smart, who got the start in front of Desmond Bane, who Desmond Bane didn't play this game for injury. He had 13 points, 5 for 8 from the field, and 3 for 6 from 3. Marcus Smart has been very up and down these past few games. He had a goose. He only had 3 points against Boston, but as you see tonight, 13 points in the starting role. Jay Huff off the bench continues to be a great spark plug with 17 points, and Cam Spencer, straight out of South Haven, had a career-high 14 points. Also had to shout out Jalen Wills, who didn't score in double figures, only had 4 points, but played great defense on Jordan Poole. Him along with Marcus Smart played great defense on Poole tonight, had made him have a tough night. Quickly run out for the Wizards. Marvin Bagley Jr. and former Grizzlies juniors Valanciunas had 20 points apiece. And, of course, as I mentioned, Jordan Poole was held to only 9 points because of the great defense from Jalen Wills and Marcus Smart after coming off a very high-scoring 39-point game for Denver. To be honest with y'all, I don't have a lot of insights. This was a wire-to-wire dominant Grizz win, but I do have to do a few shout-outs. Number one, I just have to shout out the way the Grizz stayed disciplined during this game. They've been on the road for a few days, and after a big win against Boston, some people were kind of fearing that we will see kind of a lull, especially with Ja and Dez. They're not really hurt. They're taking a rest game. People were kind of afraid that we'll come off kind of dead, especially after Washington came out and beat Denver last game, but that did not happen. They came in, hit the Wizards in the mouth, took care of business from the jump, no playing around. Defensive rotations were good. Guys were taking care of the ball. Guys were hitting shots. It didn't seem like they just were in a dogfight with Boston the night before. On the second night, on the back-and-back, without your starting backcourt playing, you love to see that. Now, I have to go to the defense. The defense was very good this game. They limited Washington only 6 threes during the whole game and forced 21 turnovers. Again, we always know the Washington Wizards, not a very good basketball team, but you're forcing a team that's playing with a lot of confidence after beating the Denver to only 6 threes and 21 turnovers. You have to take that. Now, on the other side, I talk about the offense. The offense looked amazing. We pretty much got whatever we wanted. As I mentioned before, we had 7 guys in double figures. Everybody seemed to be on one accord, getting open shots. No one's forcing anything. Everything looked good. We shot 52% from the field and 40% from 3. You love to see that. Also, I forgot to mention the defense end. We had 20 stocks, 12 steals, 8 blocks. You love to see that from the team. Of course, the helm of that is Jaren Jackson Jr., but it seems to be a very much trickle effect down the line. All 5 guys that were in at the time, last defensively, last offensively. Taylor Jenkins could throw in any combination of guys, and it seems to be working. The Grizz didn't play with their food today. We saw Jay Huff with a few highlight plays. We saw Yuki get in the game, hitting the big 3. It was a great game for the Grizz. The vibes were high, and we love to see that. My last point is just where the Grizzlies are set up now. As I mentioned before, 3 straight wins, and that puts them to 17-8 on the season. And it's 3 great wins back-to-back after a not-so-good loss in Dallas. As you're going into this break, because they don't play again until Friday, you love to see where the team is at. The confidence is high. Team is playing well. Taylor Jenkins seems to be figuring out who he wants to play in what situation. It seems like everyone is ready when their number is called. And as a coach and as a Grizzly fan, you can't ask anything better than that. The next game for the Grizzlies is Brooklyn as they come to town again. Hopefully we can get our get back on Brooklyn as they play in Memphis November 13th. We have to get our get back on Zaire Williams, Dennis Schroeder, Cam Thomas, and the crew. And Cam Johnson, that's all for the Grizzly fans that want Cam Johnson on the team. That's another opportunity to look at him. And then after they play the Nets, we have the Lakers. We're going to LA, playing the Lakers, I believe, next Thursday. But overall, it was a great game. Great to see the Grizzlies playing well. Hopefully, Ja and Dez will be back in the lineup on Friday, as I imagine they will. But that's all I have. Please, and I say please, mess with everyone on the Bluff City Media Network. Everyone's working very hard for the post-game bounces, the articles we're writing, and the podcast that we are all doing. Tune in with everybody. Tune in to my show, the No Bluffing Podcast, that is uploading today at, I believe, 6 o'clock Central. That's all I got. I'm Evan Hayes, and as always, go Grizz.